too many industries are like, well, that doesn't apply to us. You don't know our industry. And the best industries go outside. That's what I love about your book. Your book is all about, examples outside the industry and how they live and can live successfully in the medical industry. And I think, people outside the industry, the medical industry, retail and accounting should be reading this book and trying to figure out how that applies to them.
Well, there's no question that, we can learn a lot from people who aren't like us. We think about that in personal relationships, and I think in a business setting, particularly in medicine, the best learning about how to do what you do, not what you do. That's the technical clinical stuff,
right?
But how you do what you do, which is more in the service and experiential realm, should come from outside of healthcare. Why? Because every doctor and every staff member that works for a doctor, they're consumers, they're customers. They have that, they expect that. And I don't think it should be any different inside of practice than it is outside of practice. And that was the reason for writing the book.
And that's what you do so well. You bring outside industry. While you do have a plethora of medical industry, that's what made your patient experience model so compelling, because it is something that I would get at a 5-star restaurant that I'm actually getting at a doctor's office, and it's identical.
Well, and we're seeing practices now. I'm getting introduced to practices that say, oh, Sharif, this one, they're part of the PX movement, the patient experience movement.
Yes.
They're doing it, and it's really neat. I talked to a plastic surgeon in Chicago yesterday who was introduced to me from someone on LinkedIn. He said, Sharif, you need to know this guy. This guy needs to know you. And I'm trying to find those practices around the country that are already role models of this, because you know what? We need more of them. I mean, our patients just deserve better. And I think your point with the police chief is well taken. His point, if a 19-year-old can be trained by Chick-fil-A to be friendly, and it's true, when you go to Chick-fil-A, they're pretty darn friendlier than most of the other things, that kind of fast food type environment. Why can't it happen in the police department? Why can't it happen in a healthcare environment? And it's not just the plastic surgeons and the aesthetic dermatologists and the refractive eye surgeons. It's every doctor, every specialty can benefit from improving how they interact with their patients.
Exactly.